Alright, welcome back to the channel. This is Rob from 99 Ways Crypto. Let's get straight into this video. This is just a quick video to talk about how EMP is totally blowing up right now. I'm pretty excited to bring you this video as the E-share prices have gone through the roof. As you can see here, they're at 1,654 right now. And the EMP token has really stabilized at around about 86 cents. So let's quickly just talk about the total value locked at the moment. So we're currently sitting at 24 mil. I think it was just last week that this was sitting around about 13 mil. So a lot of money has come in, over the last week into this protocol. And there's probably a few reasons why. We'll have a look at some of the things in Discord that may have led to this explosion of money entering into this protocol. Alrighty, so let's quickly just jump over to Discord and have a look at the EMP Discord page. And I think the journey really probably started around about the 12th of April. If we can have a look in the Discord here under the announcements, you can see here that AJ, who's one of the founders of the project, has announced that EMP Money was trending #1 on CoinGecko in the United States and has been in the top 5 for almost 48 hours. So I think this is the start of when this project started to really gather some traction. Not to say that it hasn't had traction previously, but obviously within the last week it has absolutely exploded. So we just scroll down. So a few days later, you can see here, if I scroll down, they've partnered up with a YouTuber here, I believe. Could be a podcast guy. I have no idea who this guy is. I haven't come across him before. I think his name is Jonathan Seller. So this is one of the partnerships that they've undertaken. That's Crypto Mike there. So it's some sort of, looks like they've had some sort of interview. And again, that was on the 15th. And then basically, you'll see here, if I just go down. Okay, so on the 16th, there's on the 16th, you'll see there's a partnership created with James Pelton. Again, I've never heard of this guy either, and with the exception of within this Discord group. It's the first time I've seen this guy, so I assume he's a fairly large influencer on Twitter and YouTube. And he looks like he's done a couple of videos, and he looks very supportive of the EMP protocol. And then on the 16th, we've hit 15 mil in TBL. So you can see sort of around about the time that they've partnered with a couple of influencers on YouTube and wherever else they got their following, it seems to have spiked the TBL. However, having said that, I don't know what's been happening in the background in terms of their own marketing. There might be other marketing that I'm unaware of that's pushing this through, but I'm just going based on what I'm reading here from Discord. I haven't been attending the AMAs, been a little bit too busy in the last week or so, but normally I attend every day the AMAs, so I'm not fully up to what they've been talking about there, but I'm just going based off what's in the Discord. Then we can see on the following day, so where we gone from on the 16th, 15 mil, and then on the 17th, a day later, we've hit 16 mil, so $1 million overnight, which is massive. In 24 hours, they've grown by $1 million. Fantastic effort. Then we've come down here a little bit further, and you can see that there's another video being done with Crypto Mike on the 17th as well. And then boom, yesterday, so that would be the 18th. Essentially what's happened is you've gone to 18 mil. I think it's within 12 hours, hit another 2 mil in 12 hours. So it's just absolutely gone to the moon. Right, and if we keep scrolling down, we can see here a post from AJ from today. Over 5 million in TVL gained in the last 25 hours. Wow. So this project is scaling at a rapid rate. It is just going like crazy. The boardroom is printing like mad. It is unbelievable right now. So it's a good time to be in this protocol. Okay, so, and if we look at that, so we've gone from 18 mil and then jumped up another 5, and that brings us to 24 mil, which I showed you on the front page. So looks like the influencing could be having an effect on why this is blowing up right now. So the next thing I want to show you guys is just, let's jump over and look at the chart price. So let's just jump over here to the DEX screener and have a look at the chart. For some reason I can't get it to look at the daily, but I'm on the 4-hour chart here. So as you can see, it's just having an absolutely insane run up here in terms of price action. Look at the volume that's come in between the last 4 days here. The massive amount of volume coming in. As you can see, this big skyrocket here. Could have been a little bit of a bearish divergence here. As you can see, this chart going upwards, and it's actually tending down on the MACD. So a potential bearish diversion before the huge run here. But I don't know that the chart's really dictating the price action from a trading sense. I think it's more to do with the marketing and the influences that are sitting behind it. And either way, you can just see the parabolic SAR right now is just going right off, straight upwards. It's massive. There's just massive volume coming in. And if we look at the RSI, you can see it's now trending above that 75% mark, meaning that it's oversold right now. So generally, when you get oversold, it will, from a charting perspective, it probably will be heading back down from the current price action of $1,672. However, these sorts of projects probably run a little bit different than your standard crypto tokens. eShare, yes, from an eShare perspective, there's a lot more at play here as from the marketing perspective, and a lot of people coming into the protocol. So you can't obviously just rely on the chart to dictate what's going to happen. But if we scroll out a little bit, you'll see that over the last month, so this is the start of April here, that eShares run at a fairly consistent price, anywhere between around about 400 to 500 through to 600 when it sort of peaks a bit, up to 700 there. I've seen it drop around to $200 as well, so around here. So I bought a few eShares when they did drop to around the $200 mark, and that's always another way of making a little bit of money on these, because they do fluctuate. The eShares do fluctuate a fair bit, but in the last month or so, we can start to see that eShares is really being consistent in its price between around about $600 through to $800. But as you can see now, in the last, since around about the 13th, I think it is, around here, 12th, 13th, it has exploded. It's a massive growth. So we've gone from about $640, so we've picked up about $1,000 US in a number of days. So that's massive. Okay, now that we've covered the price action, let's quickly just jump over to the EMP protocol itself, and let's have a look how the boardroom's going. So here we go. As you see, I've got about just over half an eShare in here, about $1,000 in here worth, and I claimed my rewards this morning. I claimed my rewards about 6 o'clock this morning. So on the eShare that I have here, it's printed out 28 EMP coins. So you can see it's printing like crazy. The current peg is 1.1290. Now I saw that up to 1.14 at one point today, and the APR I think it hit 2,000. So it's been basically paying out an APR of 1,760 odd for probably a couple of days. Now the boardroom, if you haven't seen it, I did a video probably about a week ago about what to do when the boardroom doesn't print. Maybe it was a week and a half ago. And the boardroom has not stopped printing since I did that video to show you a different strategy on how or what to do when the boardroom doesn't print. But it is printing like mad. It is going non-stop. This is the longest I've seen it go. Now I've been in this project. I was watching this project from around about epoch 20, and I got in about epoch 40, 41, 42. So I've been in around in this project from pretty much the start, well, close enough to the start, and I kept a lot of statistics on it. So basically every day I track my figures within the EMP protocol, and I have noticed that it prints about 3 or 4 days out of the 7 per week, but has been printing, I think, solidly for probably getting close to 2 weeks now, which is massive, and it makes a huge difference. I initially started with $1,000 investment in this protocol, and I am now currently making over $100 a day on my $1,000 investment, which is absolutely mind-blowing. So this protocol is great. If you have a lot of money to throw around, mate, even better, fantastic. If you don't have a lot of money, this is also a great vehicle of making some good dollars. So this is number one project that I'm into, and I funnel all and everything else. I mean, it's good to diversify, of course. So everything else I have, most of the time I bring the profits back into into here. So I've probably put about maybe a 1,500 in, and I intend to put in some more money. But however, I've started with a very, very small initial deposit, but the difference is I compound every day. I don't really take anything out of this, with the exception of moving e-shares around to other protocols. But this thing is on fire. Now is the time. The steam train is running. You got to get on board. Not financial advice, purely up to you, but it is running well. Just wanted to say that there's so many ways of making money in this protocol. Of course, there's the boardroom. So to make EMP token, you need to go to the farm. So first of all, you go to the farms. You got the EMP farm here. Click on that, and you'll see the daily APR is 85%, which is actually growing. It's interesting that there's more people coming into the protocol, and that's starting to grow. So I would have thought it would have gone down. However, that's basically a pretty good APR per day. What I actually do is I go from the detonator. So my strategy currently now is in the detonator. I've got about $1,000 sitting in the detonator now. I compound back into the detonator, or I've been the last couple of weeks been claiming the rewards out of the detonator and then putting it back into the farm, into the ETH farm, and trying to grow more E-shares, given that the boardroom is printing hard. So that's probably my strategy at the moment. The other farm that I'm into here is the Bmb Farm. So there's just so many ways of making money here. Basically I've only got $281 in here, and this produces around about 0.033 E-shares per day for me, and I just bring that all back into the boardroom and just keep pumping that. And then I've got my EMP tokens, which I put into nodes once I've produced enough. I think the minimum buy in there is 500 EMP. I use that. Okay, so then you've got the detonator. Here's another way of making money. Now, you haven't come across the detonator yet. This thing is it is crazy. I'm telling you, this is the best contract I've ever seen. I absolutely love this thing. So for those who haven't seen it, is basically you put in a liquidity pool between EMP and ETH, and you chuck that in here, right? So you deposit it here, and you basically get rewards each day, and there's a timer up here, and you have to collect your rewards before the timer runs out. Otherwise, it goes back into the pool, and it takes longer to get your ROI. But the kicker here is that they have two different things. They have the largest depositor. So whoever puts in the largest depositor, at the moment it's 100 LP, which is pretty big, which is, I think, looks like it equates to $10,000 deposit. This prize here, so that would be $32,000. This goes off every single day, and people battle it out. The battle of the whales. Sometimes it's not even 100 LP they're putting in. Sometimes it's like 38, 26. I've seen people win it. It's crazy. You can also enter a lottery draw. So when you deposit, you go into the draw to win this lottery prize of, again, $32,000. So you currently need about $15 If you put $15 in here, you get 1 ticket. So you got you can have up to 100 tickets each day. So if you deposit, you can get 50 tickets based on your deposits, or when you recompound your money back in, you also get 50 tickets if you have that much that you're compounding. Okay, so anyway, there's so many ways you can earn money in this protocol. If you want to know how many ways there are to earn money from this protocol, check out some of my other videos, as I've covered it many times. Look, and the reason I've been able to grow my bag is because I've stuck to the strategy. I've followed exactly what the guys have been saying that we need to do, and continue to compound. That's the trick here. It's no secret. There's no actually it's not a trick. There's no secret. There's no trick. It's just follow the strategy, and then make it very clear. You can go to the front page here, and they've got an academy, an EMP academy. Do yourself a favor, go in there, check out the strategy, and follow it. It helps you. It will help the protocol stay healthy. You know, it's not too late to get into this project. The train is starting to get momentum, so now is the time to actually think about getting in. You know, with all this new money rolling in, eventually the money will probably, come to a bit of a slowdown, and then we'll probably see a little bit of a pullback in the boardroom. Might stop printing, and the farms might start to reduce in terms of their daily APYs, and all the newbies that are coming in, probably have a bit of a, if they're coming in now when it's really pumping, might have a false expectation that it's going to consistently print at a high PR. That's not the case. It's not always going to do that. So you got to weather that storm. You got to ride that out. You got to understand that it's not always going to do that. We've gone through this, before, where we've shaken out the weak hands. People having that expectation that the boardroom's always going to print. It's fantastic when it does, but sometimes it doesn't. And this is what these protocols have been designed to do, to fall on the peg. It's not the worst thing in the world. As I said, there's plenty of other ways of making money on this protocol. So yes, we've weathered the storm before, and it will be interesting to see how the newbies manage their emotions when the pullback comes. The main thing is to ensure that we help the newbies out by teaching them the system that they need to follow to keep this project healthy. So use the EMP Academy. Make sure you get on Discord and help people out. Make some videos yourself. Get the word out there of how people need to follow the right strategy, because we've got a whole heap of new people coming in. They may not know how this protocol works properly in the best interests of the protocol staying healthy. So we've got to, it's our job to try and help people, because it helps us, right, at the end of the day. So that's what we're all here for. And you know what? This is like the most awesome community. There's no negativity in the EMP community. The Discord's awesome. People are always so helpful. It's a very positive place to be. It's fantastic. I love it. Look, I really think the word's really getting out there now about this protocol, and the train has left the station. So, choo-choo, time to get on board. Well, that's my opinion anyway. Remember, I'm just a schmuck on YouTube, so take that with a grain of salt. Not financial advice, but I think this is an awesome protocol, and it can help. If everyone does the right thing, we can all make a lot of money. So anyway, if this has been useful, feel free to use my link. I'll leave it below. I'll also leave a few of my other YouTube videos related to this to help you out. If you don't mind, give me a thumbs up, and it'd be awesome to see you subscribe, hit the bell notification. Anyway, it's blowing up. I'm out of here. Have a good one. See you next time. Thanks for watching.